the assumptions. Who are you? I was given a garden like this, 3 times larger, much more beautiful, about 100 years older, in 2019. When I say given, what I mean by that is the owner, it was falling to bits, but same as this, but with established old beds. Paid 2 days a week, look after it, and could use some of it, because the family was just 2 old duffers, very famous duffers, the Duff Gordons, in fact. And because the walls were crumbling quite a lot, so I had to work on the top of the walls. I said to the old duffer, I need somebody working here with me. A bit. It's not safe, because it was a very isolated place, about a mile from, well, it wasn't quite a mile from habitation, but anyway, here's the point. That person, the other person, they could have a bit of wages, they could have 50 quid a week, and use of some land, just literally to be around. They could sit there writing their diary, whatever, if I was up a ladder for a few hours. And there would have been more, obviously, for them. So I put the word out. I even put up some little adverts in 2 small towns, 2,000 people, fair few incomers. Nobody wanted to do it. Now, what's the reality of this place? Well, apart from the fact that, well, the reality is that you have a town, much larger town, 2 miles up there. So you have a kind of few little tie-dyed volunteers from cities who come and play. The countryside becomes their playground. A couple of hours a week, sociable thing. And by the way, you know, what the fuck's this? If you're going to leave areas for nature, why bother cutting them? Every bit left for nature matters. Those bits aren't left for nature. They've been cut simply as like some kind of symbol of, well, we're going to leave some of it to nature. I mean, there's nothing going to be grown there, I can tell. Anyway, but the point, it's like the reality of Britain is that only, I mean, we have within 15 kilometre circle from here, 20 kilometre, there are 30,000 people at least living, probably more. This is essentially a built-up area. So in built-up areas where people have left the cities, they come and play at little community gardens. Whereas in the countryside, you just can't get anybody to do anything. Nobody wants to actually do the most lovely, in fact in the winter, this was a really fantastic south-facing wall garden with huge, great big antique greenhouses, really warm, even if it was -3 degrees outside. The sun, on a sunny day, it would be 15 degrees in the greenhouse. Just the most lovely existence. There's even adverts on my old Rural Ralph Facebook. Nobody. I put the word into incomer women who had flower businesses. Maybe you know somebody. I mean, this is an amazing space. You could end up having an acre of your own to use. The old duffers are so old, and all their kids are in London or wherever. Nobody. There you go. The countryside is actually, well, this isn't the countryside, it's the playground for, I am not knocking it, but it's not real. You know, I could never. I knew enough people. I put the word into various strategic locations, particularly into a small little town called Prestine, where quite a few kind of supposedly country-loving incomers had bought everything. No, nobody. There you go.